Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Formula One's silly season for 2025 is already heating up. Even though the 2024 season just kicked off. You know the drill, rumors, wild speculation, and the same old clickbait videos with titles like "Shocking News, Hamilton to Ferrari, not clickbait." We're going to do things differently. Today, we'll cut through the noise and look realistically at where F1's top drivers could be racing in 2025. It'll be fast, informative, and we'll sprinkle in a bit of humor because, come on, it's F1. Let's kick things off with the obvious contenders on our grid. Verstappen's dominance at Red Bull is entering dynasty territory. He's got the best car, the momentum of a champion, and is practically part of the Red Bull furniture at this point. Remember those Verstappen to Mercedes rumors? Yeah, more likely to see Ferrari hire a competent pit crew than that happening. Moving on to Ferrari. Here, Charles Leclerc is the undisputed golden boy. Sure, things might not be all sunshine and podium finishes for the Scuderia right now, but they're building their future around him. Plus, let's be honest, can you imagine him in another shade of red? It just wouldn't feel right. Kind of like pineapple on pizza. We know, controversial take. Now, over to the young gun at Mercedes, George Russell. This guy's got the talent, the hunger, and the unfortunate luck of being stuck in a car that's a bit, well, temperamental at times. But hey, Russell's a team player. He's taking it out with Mercedes, determined to be part of their glorious comeback story. If Mercedes fixes that car, Russell could be the one dethroning Verstappen, not old man Hamilton. Just picture it. Russell popping champagne on the podium, finally out of Lewis' shadow, and Toto Wolff dabbing like a boss in the background. Okay, maybe that last part's a stretch since Toto's happy dances are reserved for Lewis's wins. Finally, we have Lando Norris, the undisputed prince of papaya at McLaren. McLaren practically raised him, and Norris has become synonymous with the team. Norris is still young, but his talent is undeniable. If McLaren doesn't deliver soon, could a top team poach their star? Sure, a top-tier seat at another team might be tempting, but Norris seems to be playing the long game with McLaren. He believes in their potential, and hey, loyalty is a rare commodity these days in F1. Almost as rare as a smooth Ricciardo overtake. Sorry Daniel, we still love you. Next up, Sainz and Perez. The drivers sitting a bit less comfortably. Let's not forget, Ferrari has a history of dramatic driver changes. Remember when they let go of a legend like Vettel, or how quickly Leclerc came in and outshone Raikkonen? Sainz is consistent, but his average 6th place finish last year pales in comparison to Ricciardo's average of 4th, if he were available. If Danny Ric suddenly becomes available, well, just imagine the awkwardness at the next Ferrari team dinner if Sainz is still there. As for Perez, Red Bull is all about winning. They've shown in the past that they'll quickly replace underperforming number 2 drivers. Remember when Gasly was demoted mid-season back in 2019? We wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in Perez's contract there's a tiny clause requiring him to secure a certain number of podiums, or it's back to those spicy midfield battles for him. Speaking of surprises, could Red Bull pull an absolute shocker and offer Ricciardo a 1-year prove-yourself contract alongside Perez? Talk about fireworks! Over at Alpine, the Ocon-Alonso drama last year was spicier than a 3-chili vindaloo. Can Alpine handle another year of potential teammate rivalry? Ocon scored a mere 60 points last season, trailing significantly behind Alpine junior Oscar Piastri, who racked up 252.5 points in Formula 2. He needs to prove he can channel that aggression into podiums and not into his teammates' rear wing. If he can play nice but still bring the heat, Alpine might just keep him around. Meanwhile, the midfield's a whirlwind of drama. The Gasly-Tsunoda rivalry at AlphaTauri could heat up again. Remember their clash at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix last season? Things could get even more heated this time around. Ricciardo's future is uncertain. His performance has dipped, but a team might still take a gamble on his experience and charisma. Could his energy be just what a young team like Haas needs to shake things up? Imagine the pure entertainment value of Ricciardo at Haas. Maybe a lower pressure environment is exactly what he needs to find his groove again. Zhou's shown he's consistent, but to really stand out in the midfield, he needs to develop that ruthless overtaking edge. He needs to find those moments to make bold, calculated risks. Any of these guys could stay put, change teams, or even face the axe if they don't deliver. Now, speaking of potential shakeups, don't rule out Gasly getting a second chance at Red Bull if Perez falters. And let's not forget Tsunoda. The pressure is on, and his future hangs in the balance. We'll have to see who steps up and proves they're worthy of a top spot. But on the flip side, Logan Sergeant needs to get a handle on those crashes, or his F1 career might end up on the scrap heap before it even begins. Ready for our 2025 grid predictions? Remember, anything can happen in F1. Here's a likely scenario. Red Bull will remain Verstappen's territory with Perez holding on if he performs well. Ferrari likely sticks with Leclerc and Sainz. Mercedes sees Russell as the future, but Hamilton's plans are a mystery. Alpine could surprise us, but for now, we predict Ocon and Gasly. McLaren's remain committed to Norris and Piastri. Aston Martin keeps Alonso if he's motivated, and Stroll's spot seems secure. Tsunoda's future depends on 2024. While Alfa Romeo likely retains Bottas and Zhou. Could Haas bring back Schumacher? It's possible, especially if he impresses elsewhere. Will we see some surprise returns? Maybe Schumacher shines on another team, or even a legend like Kubica gets the itch to race again. Don't be shy, share your wildest predictions in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe for more F1 content, and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. That's all from us today. We'll see you next time.